There are three things that I am incredibly excited about in marketing today as of May 2017, and I believe you should be excited about it as well. And that is what we are going to talk about today on Marketing the Magic. Let's get to it. Hello, I am John Delancey, the head Disney nut and marketing aficionado here at Marketing the Magic. And Marketing the Magic is a community for small business owners who want a better grasp on marketing strategy and tactics uncovered through lessons inspired by the Walt Disney Company, including the theme parks and the movies and the marketing and so forth. Today we're going to be talking about the three big things that I am most excited about in marketing as of May 2017, from messenger bots to the new video marketing. So let's get into it. Now, the very first thing to say here is that I am not an expert in any of these three things. One of them is pretty brand new to the marketing world. And the other two I'm more expert in, I guess, but I'm not by any means the guru. These are just three things that I am exploring more in depth because that's what marketing and business is all about, continuing to learn and continuing to develop your expertise. My particular expertise is more at that strategic level, helping businesses to understand where they should be and which channels they should be focused on, not necessarily in those specific channels. I may not be the expert in those specific channels. There are a couple that I consider myself pretty expert in, but that's not what the focus of my business is anymore. So for today, what we're talking about are three somewhat new channels. One that is incredibly new, but three new channels that I am exploring because I want to be able to recommend to my clients, to the people that I help through Marketing the Magic, these different channels when they are going to be effective. And to understand that, I need to learn what they are. So even if I don't become the expert or the guru in these specific channels, I need to know enough about them that I can tell when they're going to be effective and then point people to the resources that they need to make them effective in their own businesses. So just wanted to kind of caveat today's discussion with that little note. Now, what are those three things I'm most excited about? Well, they are messenger bots. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Funnels, which are nothing new to marketing, but there are some interesting new things happening in funnels and in ways that we can understand funnels. I'm looking more into how to more effectively utilize marketing and sales funnels in my own businesses. And then the third thing that we're going to talk about is the new video marketing. So video marketing, video ads, certainly on television, but video ads in the digital space, the internet space, have been around for many years. But there are some exciting new opportunities that we're going to talk about today in video marketing that I am terribly excited about for my own businesses and that I think you should be excited about for your businesses. So let's get started on messenger bots. What are messenger bots? Well, they are our own personal Wall-E's finally here to do our bidding, clean our homes, and take care of our messages. I'm just kidding. Messenger bots are automated chat programs. This is the short answer. That work in tools like Facebook Messenger. So some people are using the term AI or artificial intelligence to describe them, and that is not completely inaccurate, but it's certainly not accurate. So they are moving towards artificial intelligence, but they're a little bit dumber than that right now. But they are incredibly, incredibly useful in a variety of marketing scenarios, so we're going to get into that. Now, messenger bots can offer your customers or your potential customers information about your company. You can use them to present content offers, so free ebooks or free mini courses or videos to those potential customers. They can offer reminders. That's one of the test cases I'm interested in using, so reminding people about the shows that are coming up. And they can even handle transactions in a lot of cases. So the first major messenger bot that we heard about really was the Domino's messenger bot. So you could actually order a Domino's pizza through a Facebook messenger bot. That seemed at the time ridiculous. It seemed absolutely insane to me. Why would I do that when I can just get on the app that already exists, or get on the website that already exists, or just pick up the phone and call Domino's and order a pizza? But it was an experiment. It is still an experiment, I believe. And that is the direction that commerce is going, or it seems to be going at this particular moment. Messenger bots are going to become more and more important in marketing, in business of any kind, really. Now, the most intriguing thing about messenger bots to me is that they are an excellent replacement, not a replacement, maybe they are a new form of what we typically call email marketing. So email marketing is typically, you figure out how to get somebody's email address some way, shape, or form, whether that's subscribing to your blog or opting in, providing their information so that they can download a free ebook or a free case study or whatever it might be. And then you use that email address. You typically will put them on some kind of sequence when they're first joining your list. So you'll have emails that go out on the first day or when they sign up, and then the next day and the next day, out to 7 or 8 or 10 or 14 days, however long you plan to do your initial sequence. And then also when you have big offers or newsletters or new blog posts or whatever it is, you'll hit the entire email list that you've developed with that information. Now, the problem with email is that it is increasingly difficult to send effective emails. So what do I mean by effective emails? Well, I mean emails that people actually open and actually read and then actually take action from. Because email has been around for a long time. And so we all get blasted by email from every corner of the internet, whether we want it or not. And then even among the email that we want, it's harder and harder by the day to sift through everything that comes in to catch the ones that we're looking for and to take the time to read them. Because by the time we get a chance to look back at our email inbox, we've got 10 more messages from customers and from coworkers and from places that we want to get email and from places that we don't want to get email. So email rates, email open rates, and engagement rates have been falling steadily. And I believe that that trend is going to continue. So where do messenger bots fit into this? Messenger bots work in very much the same way as email marketing does in that context. So we get people to subscribe to our messenger bot just in exactly the same way that we would get them to subscribe by email to download an ebook or to get blog notifications or whatever it might be. And then instead of emailing them, we can use tools to send out a message blast to everyone subscribed to our messenger bot. And they will all get it. The engagement rates so far have been vastly superior to email engagement rates, upwards of 80% in some cases for highly tailored messenger bot lists and highly tuned, messenger messages. So messenger bots can be used in much the same way as emails. We can send a blast to everyone subscribed to our messenger bot, or we can put people on an initial sequence. So every day or every other day or whatever it might be, we send them an introductory message talking about whatever our topic is. So that sequence that we would normally build for email, we can build in a messenger bot. So we start with an opt-in to get a free ebook, and then we ask them how the ebook goes, and we talk a little bit more about that subject, and then we lead up eventually to some new offer or a soft sell or whatever it might be. We can do that with messenger bots. And what I'm going to focus on for the rest of the time here is specifically thinking of Facebook messenger bots. And I'm going to show you exactly what these look like and how they work in just a second. But Facebook is by far the largest messenger platform. They have over 1 billion active users on Facebook month to month. And their messenger bot service is by far, or their messenger service rather, is by far the most utilized among any of them on the market. So Facebook, I believe, is the best current opportunity to utilize messenger bots. And so that's what we're going to talk about here in just a minute. I'm going to show you what that actually looks like and talk about how I plan to use them for Marketing the Magic and potentially for some of my other businesses. Now, how do we get people into these messenger bots, for Facebook in particular? Well, like I said, it works exactly the same way as email. You can have a button, which I'm going to show you in a second, on your landing pages or on your website that people just click, and in one click, they have subscribed to your messenger bot. You can even do things like in Facebook posts, you can have your messenger bot monitor those posts and subscribe anybody to your messenger bot who comments on that post. Crazy stuff. It's amazing the kind of things we can do with it. Now, why is this so exciting? Well, we've already talked about engagement rates with email and how much higher they are with messenger bots. But it's very important to note here, and Andrew Warner, very smart guy, and if you follow people in business online, you need to follow Andrew Warner. He does some amazing, amazing things, talking to business owners in virtually every industry. He's a great guy, very, very smart. And I watched a brief presentation that he gave on a program that he's selling on how to use messenger bots. And one of the things he pointed out that was so attention grabbing for me is that messenger bots right now are what email was 10, 15 years ago. Okay. So there are very few companies who have capitalized on the use of messenger bots. And so it is a very blue ocean, the way, we describe business. So blue ocean versus red ocean. Blue ocean is wide open. Nobody's really taking full advantage of it yet, or there are very few people who are. You want to take advantage of an opportunity in a blue ocean time and not wait for it to become a red ocean. So messenger bots appear to be the next thing, like email was and email marketing was the next thing 10 or 15 years ago. So if you wait 5 or 10 or 15 years to start using messenger bots or whatever they evolve into over time, you're going to be far behind the curve. That's why we're talking about this today, and that's why I'm so excited about it right now in May of 2017, because this is a massive opportunity. And because it's not just that nobody's using it yet, it's the fact that because nobody's using it yet, none of our potential customers have yet been jaded by it. They're not blind to the messenger bots that they subscribe to, like they are blind in a lot of cases to the email subscriptions that they sign up for. That's what's so cool about this. This is the opportunity to reach people instantly and effectively in a medium that they're already using, but that they're not jaded by yet. That is extremely powerful, and that's why I'm so excited about it. Now, does it replace email marketing? Absolutely not. Do not listen to anybody who tells you that messenger bots can 100% replace email marketing. It's just not true. You still need to focus on building your email list because those are still, overall, the most consistently high-performing form of marketing that you own and can control. So what do I mean by that? Very briefly, there are a lot of different kinds of traffic out there. There's referral traffic and random traffic that comes in that we have absolutely no ownership or control over. There is traffic from resources like social media and advertising that we can control to some degree, to greater or lesser degrees, depending on what kind of traffic we're talking about. And then there's traffic that we own, and control. And email marketing is the best example of that. If you have a message that you want to get out to your known potential customers and your existing customers and so forth, email is still the best way to do that. So while we're talking about the amazing opportunity that messenger bots can offer us, I am not by any means suggesting that you should stop focusing on building your email list as well and using that email list effectively. So that caveat out of the way, let's take a look at an actual messenger bot program, because this is where I think a lot of you are going to have concerns and questions about how this actually works, because I'm sure you're probably thinking, how does that work? I mean, it's a messenger bot. This is a program that's supposed to answer questions for me and send certain things at certain times. Am I going to have to hire a programmer? Absolutely not. That's the beauty of the modern internet. And now I'm going to show you what is probably, at least in terms of what I've seen, and I've done a little, pretty good bit of research on this so far. This is probably the most readily available and most utilized currently system for implementing a messenger bot for your company. So let's take a look at that. Now, this is called ManyChat. ManyChat is a company that built software that lets you add a messenger bot for your company. And I want to show you, and I hope it works, because I tried this earlier and it worked then, but I'm not positive it's going to work again. So we'll have to just see. But they have right here, and I want to show you exactly how this messenger bot thing works. So this is what you could have on your website. Just a little button that says start conversation or download the ebook or whatever your opt-in button says. And you'll see right here below that there's a checkbox next to send to Messenger and my name, John Delancey, because I'm logged into Facebook. And Facebook makes that available to other companies to use. Now, they don't get my email address. They don't get anything like that. This is the same stuff that every company on the planet has had access to from Facebook for years and years and years going back. So that part's nothing new. This is where it gets fun, though. So with one click, I hit Start Conversation. And now, if I switch over to Facebook, you will see right down here, ManyChat has just opened a new message with me. And it says, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. The next post is coming soon. Stay tuned. And P.S. if you ever want to unsubscribe, just type stop. Now, I'm going to show you in just a second the other things that you can do with this, but that's exactly as easy as it is. And ManyChat in particular makes it exactly that easy. You literally just drop a little bit of code into your website and you're done. They handle the rest. They handle wiring everybody up and getting them on your messenger list and so forth. And just to show you very quickly what some of the menu options might look like, I'll type stop. And so the next thing that ManyChat's going to send me is, do you really want to unsubscribe from ManyChat? And a button that says unsubscribe. These are interactive messages. This is not just a quick text message that somebody, that a bot sends you that you can do nothing with. You can build menus, you can build buttons, you can do all kinds of things with these messenger bots. And that's what's so exciting about them. Now, I'm not going to unsubscribe for now, but let's take a look here at the rest of ManyChat's sales page. And again, I am not affiliated with ManyChat in any way. This is just, again, the current company who's making it easiest to get started with messenger bots. So we'll just kind of scroll down the page here, and their first claim is that you can create your bots in 2 minutes without coding. And I can stand by that. That Andrew Warner, the guy I told you about a few minutes ago, I actually watched him do this. Watched him build an interactive bot and implement it in just a couple of minutes. That's absolutely true. That's what's so cool about this. This is not some new opportunity that you're going to have to invest thousands of dollars in custom programming to make it work. Absolutely not. This is something that you can implement today in a couple of minutes. Now, the next thing we'll see is they talk about how you can grow your messenger bot subscribers in much the same way that you do email. And then you can send messages to those subscribers. So just like we talked about, you can blast your entire subscriber list, just like you can send out an email blast to your entire subscriber list. We'll continue down the page here, and then here you can see how you can build sequences. That's the other thing I told you could do. So just like when we bring someone onto our email marketing list, we will typically send them a sequence of emails that builds on a theme or tells a story and introduces more of who our company is and offers information, valuable advice, or whatever it might be, and eventually leads to that next step that your potential customer can take. So on day 1, you can send out that welcome new subscriber. Day 3, you send out a message that offers free value. Day 5, free value plus a blog link. So we're trying to get them more towards our other marketing channels. Day 7, we send them more free value and make a small request. So it might be opt in for this ebook or whatever it is. And then day 9, you can offer more free value and begin a soft sell process. So try to get them to take our course that's a paid course, or opt in for a strategy session for marketing, or speak to a salesman about buying our amazing new vacuum cleaner, whatever it might be. And so on. So that's really all ManyChat has there. But I hope that gives you a very quick and painless introduction to what messenger bots are. I am exceptionally excited about them, and you will probably begin seeing things from me that offer you the opportunity to sign up to Marketing the Magics messenger bot as I get into this more and more over the next few weeks, particularly with some of the big announcements that are coming. But that's messenger bots. That's number 1. The first thing that I am terribly excited about in marketing today. Now, the second thing that I'm exceptionally excited about in marketing is funnels. Now, you have probably heard of funnels. If you have been in business, but maybe not. You may not have yet. It's not a super widely known topic. It's just not a new topic in marketing and sales in particular. So what are funnels? Well, that's going to be the subject of a much more in-depth episode, and that's the one that I mentioned in the pre-show that I'm hoping to have for next week. But I really want to deliver the value when I go into funnels the way that I'm thinking of doing it. And so I need to make sure that I have time to really flesh out that topic. So because the rest of June is going to be incredibly busy for me, I may not have the opportunity to get to it next week. And if I don't have the opportunity to get to it next week, it'll probably be sometime in July. But I will get back to it. But let's talk about very briefly why I'm excited about funnels today. Now, first of all, there are many kinds of funnels that we use in sales and marketing. So first of all, what is a funnel? Well, a funnel is really, it's either a visual tool that we can use, or it's an actual structure that we can apply to our marketing and sales efforts that looks literally like a funnel. So like a funnel that you would pour liquid or soap or sand or whatever it might be through. We talk about the top of the funnel being where our entire potential market is right now, because they have not interacted with us yet. They're at that top, that widest part of the funnel. And so we begin to bring that top of the funnel, or we begin to bring people into that top of the funnel with our blog posts, with our videos, with a content offer, whatever it might be. And so now they're aware of who we are. They are beginning to see some value from us. They're beginning to understand the problems that our company solves and how we might be able to solve it for them. And so then the goal is to move them further and further down that funnel towards ultimately a sale or a paid relationship. They engage us for our services. They purchase something from us, whatever it might be. And then even beyond that, there are funnels specifically for upselling. So once a potential customer has become an actual customer, then we can focus on adding even more value to our existing customers, and that becomes a new funnel or an extension of the same funnel, or there's any number of ways to look at it. And again, we're going to go into all of this in detail whenever I can get to that episode. But upsells are a particularly great way, especially in a competitive marketing and advertising day and age. Upsells are a great way to get more lifetime value out of our customers. So that's all in this idea of funnels. Now, funnels are fantastic tools to utilize in virtually any kind of marketing. So whether it's inbound marketing that we're talking about, and we're focused almost exclusively on the marketing side of utilizing funnels and using them to build tighter and tighter relationships with our potential customers, or in something like more traditional direct response marketing, we can utilize funnels exceptionally effectively. Disney is a fantastic example of using funnels, or a fantastic example of a funnel, whether they explicitly focus on the idea in their marketing and sales planning or not. And I suspect they do. I just don't know, because I'm not part of Disney marketing or sales, but they offer a fantastic visual example of a funnel. So imagine how Disney would look at bringing someone who's never heard of Disney into the top of their funnel and leading them all the way down their value chain. So they might start with something like the movies or the TV shows that Disney produces, top of funnel, people that may have never heard of Disney. So they create these wonderful mass appeal family movies that people watch, and then their kids get addicted to Disney. And so the next step down is they want the Disney merchandise. So they go buy the DVD, they go buy the plush, Nemo from Finding Nemo and the Dory, and then they get the posters on the wall, and they get I don't have it handy, the Mickey phone that I have behind me. They get all kinds of Disney merchandise. So Disney's becoming more and more ingrained in that customer's life. And then they want to sell them on the theme parks, on a vacation, a family vacation, where those kids who are now in love with Nemo and Dory can go meet Nemo and Dory. Well, maybe not Nemo and Dory, but let's say Moana. So they might want to go, now they're obsessed with Moana, and they have all the Moana merchandise, and they want to go meet Moana. So Disney can start selling them on a theme park vacation where your kids can go meet Moana. And by the way, they can also ride these thrilling rides and eat this amazing food. And so that family now goes to Disney World or Disneyland. And so they've become a customer in that way. They're further down the funnel. What's the next logical step? There's nothing specific other that Disney will sell them at that point. They've seen the movies, they watch the TV shows, they have the merchandise, they've been to the parks. So what's next? Then they start the upsell process. So for the families that are true Disney fans, like my own, then they can start focusing on the upsells like the Disney Vacation Club. So rather than paying full price for hotel rooms on Disney property every time we go, we can buy into this opportunity to own a piece of the Disney magic and literally buy ownership in Disney Vacation Club properties and then use those properties once we've paid off our mortgage. Basically, instead of paying for hotel rooms, now we use our timeshare, the vacation ownership that we've bought in, to go back. And then through the DVC Club, they offer discounts that get you to go try new experiences and go try new restaurants and buy annual passes so that you can come back more and more and more, even further down the funnel. So that's what it can really look like. That's what a funnel looks like. That's a way to visualize it based on how Disney looks, or might look, I assume they look, at bringing brand new people from never having heard of Disney, which seems like it would be very few people in the world. But from that point all the way down to buying those premium upsold services for the most devoted of Disney fans. We can do the same thing in virtually every business that we might operate. And that's why I'm so excited about funnels right now, is because I'm refocusing my efforts on both the marketing and the sales side on better utilizing funnels. And again, we're going to talk much more about funnels in a future episode. Now, the third thing that I am exceptionally excited about is the new video marketing. And what do I mean by this? Well, video marketing is not new itself. Video marketing has been around as long as television has been around. And it's been around on the internet for years and years. There's been ads on YouTube and so forth. That's nothing new. So what I'm specifically talking about has to do with new forms of video content that are emerging. So Facebook in particular, YouTube as well, Periscope, have all been pushing and are still pushing live video. Live video, like this broadcast that you are watching today or listening to later or watching on YouTube later or whatever it might be, but live video is something that every social media platform, every video business is extremely excited about because it's authentic. It gives businesses the opportunity to connect with customers and potential customers in a truly authentic, unscripted, usually, fashion. All of my live videos are unscripted, just so we're clear. As if you couldn't tell. But it gives us the chance to make a human connection with our potential customers. So just like in our pre-show today, my question of the week for our audience was, how are you doing? How do you feel? How's life? How's business? And so on. Rather than, most often it's going to be what's your favorite Disney park, or what are you doing to re-engage past customers, or whatever it might be. It'll be a little more focused. But this week, I wanted to focus on that more personal connection. I want to know how people are doing, how they're feeling, because we don't always feel great. We don't always have everything go perfectly. And so I told in the pre-show how I'm a little bit frustrated with one of my businesses in a particular sub-market that I'm having trouble finding the traction that I want in, and so on. And that's something that you don't typically see in pre-recorded videos, and certainly not in video ads. So that's what's so cool about live videos. It lets us create those personal connections with our audience. But beyond that, beyond just the live video experience, there are the replays after the fact. And there are still those opportunities to create more traditional pre-recorded videos, whether they're scripted or not. And those are being pushed, in particular on social media, more and more as well. Live is still the king, but those traditional formats are still being pushed. But what's so cool is once we've created those videos, whether they're live or pre-recorded, and we've uploaded them to social media, we've uploaded them to YouTube, it's what we can do with them after that that is so exciting to me right now. And this is a big focus for anybody doing live streaming, or it should be for anybody doing live streaming right now. What we can do is we can advertise those live videos after they've been recorded. So we can advertise the replays to people who've never heard of us before. So we can this broadcast today that's had 2 or 4 or 5 people watching at any given time that might have 20 or 30 views by the end of the day among my fans, might have 150 views by the end of the week, so forth. If I just left it at that, fine, that's great. But what I can do is I can take that video, pull it into Facebook's advertising platform that is incredibly robust, and I can put that video in front of 3 million people today. Well, probably not today, but I can put it in front of an audience of 3 million people. Those 3 million people are not going to be ideal audience members for me, but among those 3 million people, there will be my ideal audience, the people who are going to resonate with what I can teach about marketing strategy through lessons inspired by Disney. So I can put that out in front of those people and get them to start watching and engaging with me in that way. And then beyond that, I can take a sub-audience of the people who watched at least 50% of the video that I'm advertising, or 75% of the video that I'm advertising, or the entire video that I'm advertising, and I can retarget those people. So I can encourage them to join the community, or encourage them to take a course that I'm offering down the road. I'm not offering one right now, but eventually I will be. And so I can encourage them down my funnel by advertising the videos that I'm creating anyway, and then advertising within the people who actually watch those videos, so that the people that are more engaged with me, the people that are resonating with what I can teach. I can advertise more down the funnel offers to those people. And that's great. But what's truly amazing about this is that right now, because Facebook is pushing live video so heavily, video advertising, video traffic is the cheapest kind of traffic you can get on Facebook. Aside from possibly existing customer or remarketing to your existing fans, but in terms of cold traffic, the most cost-effective way to get your face, your brand in front of the most people is to do it by advertising, by creating video ads, either from previous live streams or pre-recorded video ads or pre-recorded video content. So that's what I'm so excited about when it comes to the new kind of video marketing. And that is going to wrap things up for today. I think I've actually rambled on longer than I intended to. That's, well, not at first. I try not to do it very often. But I get so excited about this stuff. I really, truly love diving into these new channels, these new opportunities, and figuring out how they might work for my businesses, figuring out how they might work for my clients' businesses, figuring out how they might work for you. So I apologize for going a couple of minutes over, but I hope that if you are watching this, that you enjoyed it, that I was able to provide you some value and hopefully get you excited about some of these opportunities that are out there as of May 2017. So let me know if you have any questions about any of those 3 things. I would love to know, because it means that I can spend more time developing more content around these things. I would love to devote whole episodes or whole episode series on some of these topics, but I don't want to do things that you aren't interested in. So let me know. If these things piqued your interest, let me know, and we will be sure to create more content on it in the future. But that is going to wrap things up for today. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you viewing. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great rest of your week. And I will see you real soon. Thank you for watching.